Welcome to the podcast. I'm Scott McLean. My guest today is my friend Bob. I met Bob at the Pompano Beach Vet Center about 3 weeks ago, and we hit it off. And Bob has a very interesting story. He has led a very interesting life. Bob's a veteran, and with all that said, I will let Bob take over. How you doing, my friend?
Good. Doing good.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
If it'll benefit the veteran, I'll do anything.
Excellent. Yes. So, where are you from originally?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York, as you could tell with that beautiful accent.
What accent? You don't have an accent.
Yeah, right?
So you grew up in Brooklyn and...
The projects.
The
best place you can grow up.
Right.
In the projects. Go ahead.
Oh, no, that's fine. I grew up, I'm originally from the projects in Boston, in Roxbury in Boston, so yeah. I understand project life.
Good life.
You know? Yeah, it's different. It's a different life.
Yeah, right.
Different lessons.
Yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn. Moved out of there probably the age of 12. We moved to an apartment in Long Island behind the, what do you call it? A hairdresser. It was the back of the hairdresser department. And then I went to school. Didn't have a good school because they were all well-educated, well-dressed. I didn't have none of that stuff. So at 16, I decided to quit school. And 17th birthday, my mother, I said, listen, do me a favor. I've been looking at all these army things. I'm gonna join the army at 17. So I went down to my 17th birthday, signed up. They came and got me, 13, I don't know, like 8 days later. I'm in basic training. You know, where can you get a 200-pound, 17-year-old kid that you can groom, you know? And at Fort Dix, I decided I wanted to advance. So I went to jump school, Fort Bragg. Then they took me and they sent me to Viet Nam. At that time, the whole group went off from Fort Bragg. I was with General Stilwell, Joseph Stilwell. He was the Vinegar Joe in World War II. He was the father. Jumpin' Joe was the general when I went to Vietnam, before Westmoreland was there. Anyway, I go to Vietnam. I'm 17 and a half. I took training in Okinawa to prepare for the jungle. And when I got there, we built the city. Contrenuit, you know it as an airport. It was an airport, but they had no housing. So we built tents. So I served with Jumpin' Joe Stilwell. He was commanding over the 5th Special Forces in 62. I went to a place called Chow Duck. It was 5 miles from the Laotian border. There, where I was housed. You know, I'm talking about stuff I really don't care now anymore because I'm 80 years old. So, you know, we had a captain that went to the village. He got a piece of ass in the village, and he never came back. So we're looking around.
Where were you at this point? So you got there in country.
Yeah.
And you were out in the jungle. You were out
Chow Duck.
Chow Duck. Okay.
Yeah, and that was 5 miles from the Laotian border.
Okay.
It was 1962. Nobody even heard of that shit, you know. And that's when there was Green Beret, there was CIA, and FBI. the FBI changed their name in Vietnam to the CIA, with Central Criminal Investigation Agency, CID. And but anyway, he went to town. He didn't come back, so we went looking for him. We took a 5-mile perimeter looking. I found his head anyway. They had it on a stake. They cut his head off and gouged his eyes out
Where did you find him?
on a stake.
In the village?
No, 5 miles out in the jungle.
Ah, okay.
But his girlfriend was there. So they went back and they did everything they had to do. And, I guess that was my first encounter with, I didn't believe people could do that shit, but that's what they did. So let's see where we are now.
And that was you had to bring the head back to camp. Right?
Then we went back to a place called Cholan. We took a week's vacation. They had no R&R when I was over there. R&R was Da Nang, in-country R&R. But we went back to Saigon, a place called Cholan, if anybody knows what that is. That's the Chinatown of Vietnam. And we went back there. I can't believe I was in Vietnam 63 years ago. I just can't believe it. The more I'm thinking about it, by talking, I said, it's unbelievable. But we were called to a cinema down in Saigon. It was called the Quin Lock Theater. That was it. It was off Trudeau Street in Saigon. And they blew it up. So we had to go down there and see what's going on. Get the bodies, who's a Vietnamese, who was American, long legs, short legs, clothing. So I had to do that shit, put that together. I guess that was number 2, traumatic.
And how old were you?
At that time, 17 and a half. Yeah, 17 and a half. Now we come back, I go back at the military.
So you went in when you were 17 and a half?
No, I went at 17.
At 17, oh, okay.
I got out when I was 20.
Ah, okay.
But, no, well then I seen there was a rock group. Rock was the Korean soldiers. They had a Viet Cong up there in the chopper. They were interrogating him. He wouldn't talk. They ripped his tongue out. I didn't realize how long your tongue is. Your tongue is pretty long. Your tongue's about 15 inches long, 18 inches long. It's a long tongue. And they ripped it out. I said, man, these people, like, I shouldn't say these things, but
you can say whatever you want.
yeah,
bro.
we were told, don't take any prisoners because you'll meet the same asshole down the road next week. So we didn't take any prisoners. All right, now we go back to civilian life, the good life, right?
So you finished, yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah,
so
the good life.
it's so your tour is about coming up, time over in Nam. So
Yeah,
it's time to come back.
I come back, and the girl that took me out of the gas station, I told you. Did I tell them?
Yeah, go ahead, tell him. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to commit suicide when they came back because all the shit just blew up on me. I laid in the car for, they say 15, 16 hours. I didn't die. I don't know. They said my body was all pink, no oxygen.
You in a garage, turn the car on.
Yeah, I just wanted to kill myself. I had enough, and I woke up. I think they said 3 months later. God knows how many brain cells I lost at that age, but whatever. And I got therapy and therapy and therapy. And I
What
got
led up to that, Bob? What led up to that point? Do you?
all the things I've seen. You know, I mean, what I read now, the female mind accelerates at the age of 18. The male's 21. That's when it's fully developed. I'm 4 years younger than that already. Not that listen, I ain't blaming the military. No, I made my choice. I was RA. They didn't draft my ass. I volunteered. I love America. You know what I mean? America's my country. I come from Scottish descent. And I just found out not too long ago. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do a copy of the papers up to Scott, that my family came in over on the Mayflower. So my cousin asked me if I want to join the Mayflower Club. That we had great, whatever. I don't know. I know my granddaughter's an 18th generation American. So maybe that shit is installed in me. That military. All my family been in the military, from the Civil War up before that, American Revolution, War of 1812. They're all in that shit. So I just continued.
So you get out, and that happens.
Yeah,
That happens.
Yeah.
Now, are you married at this point, or no?
Yeah, I got out of the hospital, and I married the girl that saved my life. And I should have never done that. I married her for the wrong reasons. And plus, the baggage I carried is not right to give to somebody like that, you know?
You have a saying that you told me that when you get out of the military,
When you get in the military, all people, you're discharged with a knapsack full of post-traumatic stress disorder. You're either bullied, you're either, I'm not going to say, should I have done this, should I have not done this? Only you know what you do is right or wrong. But you're all discharged with some kind of post-traumatic stress disorder. And you got to live with it. I'm 80 years old. I made it. I mean, I'm in the wheelchair. Had 5 strokes, 2 heart attacks. So, but I'm still here. Well, I'm gonna go back to the story with my wife. We got married. We married 13 years. We had 2 kids. And all during that marriage, I'm screaming and yelling. You know, it's just an abusive relationship. No physically abusive, mentally, which was 1,000 times worse. And I decided I'm going to leave. I gave her the house, gave her the money. I took a knapsack that I had. I put a change of clothes. I left, and I went into the city for 18 years, homeless.
New York City?
Yeah, New York City, homeless. And I'll tell you something. You may agree. I don't care if they agree, your people. You meet a different class of people when homeless. The victims of society. They have a problem. It's their problem also, but they're a victim of society. You meet a different class of people. Plenty of times I had nothing to eat, and guys would say, "Are you hungry?" and take $2 out and give it to me. Homeless people. I said, "Thanks, okay." And became homeless 18 years.
What was the... So there's the transition out of the military into civilian life. That's all right. Don't worry about it.
No, I'll take it off.
All right, that's fine.
Shouldn't have been on.
So there's the transition from the military into society, back to the real world, right?
Yeah.
And that was the attempted suicide. Well, you say you didn't attempt it.
No, I did it.
You did it.
I committed suicide.
Right.
Why I'm telling you that? Because I intended to do it. The only reason why I'm alive, I wasn't religious. Really, I believe there's a higher power. But I know during that experience when I was, whatever it was, I seen a white door shut in my face. It didn't just close, close gently. It slammed. Slam means don't waste your time. It ain't ready for you yet. You know? Yeah.
Right.
It slammed.
So you have that. You get married now. You and you can't live with that. That's a whole different world for you at that point.
Because you got to remember, I got out in 65.
Right.
People are starting to go over. Now they're starting to go over to Vietnam. Now from 65 to 75, that's 10 years before the war is over. Now 10 years I got this posted in my own shit I'm carrying. And every day for the next 10 years, you got to hear it embedded. Yeah. 2 guys killed here, 5 guys killed here. We're going to go there, we're going to go there. I mean,
how did you get treated when you got back? Was it too new for anybody to really understand?
They knew it was. They didn't know. They said I was shell shocked.
But I'm saying society itself. You see it, and you hear the stories of Vietnam veterans getting spit at. And I met a Vietnam nurse, a nurse that was literally in the shit over there, and she said she got spit at. Was this too new when you went over there?
Yeah, it was new. Nobody spit at me. I'm not going to lie, say people, because nobody even knew what Vietnam was.
Okay.
Nobody knew.
Yeah.
It was a covert operation we were on.
Yeah.
So
then you have that incident in your life, and you tell your wife, "Just take it all. I can't.
My wife, and my 2 daughters were shivering on the corner.
Yeah.
My daughter was 10, the other one 13. My wife was 31, 32. You deserve that. You saved my life. Look what I did to you.
Yeah.
That's the shit I had to carry.
So now there's a new transition from regular life into homelessness. You just walked right out into that world. What was that experience when you first were like, this is it. I'm hitting the streets.
I guess I thought I didn't deserve any better. I got to beat myself up.
You knew you were going into a pretty fucked up world. Or did you? That's the question. Did you really know what you were getting into? Because you were homeless for 18 years.
Yeah. When I first went in, I was scared. I said, what am I doing here? What happened to me? I have no family no more. I have no family. I have nothing. I have no family. I have nothing. At least I had something, a foundation. I have nothing. So then I made friends with people in the street. 1988, I remember going to a VA hospital. Well, I'm homeless now. It's cold, Central Park. I was sleeping at Central Park over a grade, 0 degrees. All I smelled was urine and shit coming out
over the grates.
Of the grate, but I had to sleep in
subway
heat.
Grates. Yeah.
I needed heat.
Yeah.
I needed heat.
Then you said where else did you sleep? You slept
subways.
Trees.
Oh, this will kill you. And if any of you guys want to do this, I used to sleep in emergency room hospitals in the maternity ward because I figured nobody would mess with me. My wife's having a baby. There was nobody there, but I could sleep.
Yeah.
I slept all over the place. I
slept in trees, you said?
Oh, yeah. Tree. I slept. I slept in movie theaters on 42nd Street.
Yeah.
$5 all night. I seen enough porn movies where I could be what do you
A
call it?
critic.
A gynecologist. I've seen enough of the movies. I could be a
Now, for the people that might not know what Bob is talking about, those $5 all night movies were always porno theaters.
No, we had karate too.
And the kung fu movies.
Kung fu movies.
That would run 24 hours.
Yeah.
All night.
So I could either be a kung fu master or gynecologist. I laugh about it now, but what are you gonna do?
Right.
What are you gonna do? But it's never too late, because look at me, where I've been. And in 1988, I hitchhiked 500 miles to Brexville, Ohio. They had a hospital, a mental hospital. I figured maybe I can get help there. I knew something was wrong with me, but no, I couldn't get the right help. And I hitchhiked 500 miles. There was a snowstorm in the back of me. I hitchhiked and I beat that snowstorm to Ohio, to the place, to the Brexville. And when I woke up the next morning, I was happy that I beat the storm. Then, 85. I went to another hospital. We had one in Northport, on the island. And I said, maybe I can get help here. And they gave me help. They said, okay, go into this ward. I went to the ward. They put me in a bedroom there. And come out the next day. And everybody's got a mask on in the ward, right? The doctors, the nurses, the people peddling the food. And I said, how come everybody got a mask?
This is what you were checked into.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said, you're in the AIDS and tuberculosis ward. I said, are you fucking kidding me? You put me in the AIDS ward and tuberculosis? They said, well, we had no place for you to go. I said, okay. Do you have the candy? I woke up right away. That depression went down the road, man. Because, you wake up. Depression, if you're depressed long enough, you will come out of it. It's a normal phase to come out of depression. But I fled that hospital as fast as I could. I mean, AIDS ward, tuberculosis ward.
And back in 85, no one really knew anything about it. They didn't know what AIDS. No one knew if it was airborne, if it was.
Nobody.
There was not enough education out there on it.
Now I took a shower in there, and I'm showering. The guy comes in, and he starts scrubbing his body, and all the scabs are bleeding down into the water. I said, I got to get out of here, man. You wake up out of depression, you wake up. So interesting life, huh?
Yeah. So let's stay out in the homeless part. What was the most like this is a bad situation scene? Do you have any of that? Like, because it's mostly a bad situation, but is there anything stand out where it's like, oh, this isn't good?
Well, they tell you the truth, they became complacent. That's why it's hard to come out of the street. At an older age, you become complacent. Don't forget, I come out of the street, I was like 52. I went at 36 or 35. So I became complacent with the street. I figured that's all I deserve. Until the VA rescued me. They rescued me, 1993. And again, they only touched the surface. I still went out, but 94, and met a guy called Bob Jones. He was a social worker in the VA Manhattan. And he had a program on 23rd Street called Outreach. It was the first one they ever had. They used to give you a shower if you needed it, food, no money. And he happened to get us a place to stay. It was a Catholic mission down in the Lower East Side. But not to get off that, my mind is racing. See, that's what happens when you start thinking about that shit. The whole life goes ahead of you. I mean, 17, I'm 80 now. Look where I am. I'm in a wheelchair. Oh, for you people that don't know, I was down at Trade Center. 2001, I was living with a girl. And she said, look at this movie. I said, what's going on? The plane hit the World Trade Center. So I said, nice no movie. So I was with her. So I jumped on the bus in Queens. I jumped on the bus over the 59th Street Bridge. I walked down to the Bellevue. I said, listen, if you need any help, I'm a Vietnam vet. I did this kind of shit before. Okay, jump in the wagon. Maybe you can help us. So I go down there. I was digging out bodies and putting legs together and arms and whatever I could find, And I'd done that for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Then I came home in 2003. I had a headache in my house and my brain exploded. And that was it, the first stroke. Yeah. Yep. Then I had 5 strokes altogether. I had 2 heart attacks. Now we'll go back to the end of my life here, which is 80 years old. In New York, I got 40 guys service-connected. Took them out of the street.
So when we say service-connected, you went out and these were veterans that you said, I'm going to get you help.
That's right, because nobody helped me. And I definitely don't want nobody to be where I've been. So I go get them. I got 40 guys in New York. Here in Florida now, I got almost 50. And through the vet center, and I go out. I got people. I got one guy got service connected up in Lakewood. He
service-connected disabilities, right?
Yeah.
And help from the VA.
Right.
People that didn't know how to do this, or they didn't have any
No.
process of it, and you walked them through it and got them in it?
He knew what to do, but he was short-tempered. So I had to mellow him down first. And I mellowed down the guy in Lakewood, the VA center. His name was Mike. I said, listen, this guy's going to come in. You got to handle him easy. And you're going in there, and he's helping you. You're not helping yourself. He's helping you. So I smoothed out with them both. This guy used to, in the morning, he had a dinghy. He used to throw the line over, eat a fish. Lunchtime, eat a fish, and dinner, eat a fish. Cover the dinghy with a tarpaulin. Now, that was unacceptable for me. Then I found out he was a UE pilot, shot down twice at 2 DFCs. Not DFCs. I forgot what he had. I've done so many guys, but he was heavily armored, and they made contact. They talked like gentlemen, and the lady come down from St. Petersburg and got him service connected right away, 100%. And when he came back, I meant to tell you, he came back from Vietnam. His wife was pregnant. The wife and his daughter the wife and the baby got killed in a car accident. So he went off the deep end right then and there. We all have factors, A lot of factors.
What made you like decide that you were going to go out to the streets and start helping and finding veterans, homeless veterans, and helping them? What was the what was the tipping point? You said, I have to do this.
Okay, because I was helped. I was helped by a man called Steve Grossman in New York. He was my psych. I had him since 95 till he moved in 2012 when I moved. So I had him 20 years. He helped me, and he told me, he said to me, these could possibly be, I'm in a wheelchair, but at that time, during the stroke, he said, Bob, I was with him before, you know, through the stroke and everything. And he said, this could possibly be the best years of your life. And he was right. He was right. I mean, I'm in a wheelchair, but look, it doesn't matter. I get around. I do what I got to do. I've been in this vet center. I'm here 15 years.
Pompano Beach Vet Center.
Yeah, 15 years. And 14 years ago, I fell down when I came here. First of all, a week before I fell down, I go to the vet center to register. I was told when I registered in the Broward VA to maybe possibly the vet center can help you with your issues. Because I'm 100% post-traumatic stress disorder. I diagnosed it, so. I met Trudy. She's the director. Her name is Lieutenant Colonel Gertrudis Perez Dusac. And
Wonderful woman.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful woman. Yeah.
And the second week I went back to see her, I couldn't arrange to be there. So I called her and she said, what's the matter? I said, well, I fell down. I broke my pelvis. I'm in the VA hospital. I'm in a rehab center. First I was in the hospital. She came to visit me in the hospital. She said, okay. Then she came to visit me. You know, she was my life support because I give up at that time. I said, shit, I 5 strokes, 2 heart attacks. I said, I had enough. This is enough. This shit for me, you know. So she said, no, you got more left. You got more left. So I said, okay. I said, you think so? So I went there. She had me transferred to the VA. I spent 5 months up there in rehab and healing. I don't know if anybody had a broken pelvis. The most horrible pain you could ever have. I mean, anyway, I wore diapers for 5 months, and the doctor told me, he said, listen, you're probably going to have to wear diapers when you get out. I said, oh, okay. So I knew that shit wasn't going to last. I didn't wear no fucking diaper. I wore them. I'll wear them when I die. That's it. No. Anyway, she was a great inspiration in my life because I touched 45 people that I'm service connected through her. By her helping me, these 45 got service connected. Now, how many people have their lives touched? So, you know, there's a lot of vet centers all over the country. And I'm not saying everybody's nice, but you have to make a rapport with people. You got to respect people because you got to respect yourself. Once you respect yourself, you can respect them. And I had another guy in Publix. I just finished with, not just, a couple of months ago. He was sleeping in Publix. I seen him. I asked him a question. if they don't give me the right answer, right? Where were you then? Well, I was all over. Okay, I know, all over my ass. But he answered questions and he answered them correctly. So I said, okay, how you doing? He's not good. He's a little dirty shit. So on 441, there's a motel. I know the guy that owns it. So I brought the kid there. He was Iraqi vet. I brought him there. I said, listen, take your shower, do what you got to do, and tomorrow I'll try to get you fast-tracked into the VA, which is the hospital, and they send you to Broward for observation, see if they're going to keep you. You know, they do a lot for you today. Not like it was years ago. They do a lot for you today. So anybody got anything bad about the VA, look into yourself. Look into yourself first before you discriminate against them, because they're there to do a job, and they do it. They do it. You got to have a rapport with the right people.
That's a great philosophy for veterans,
Yeah.
for some veterans. I
Yeah.
won't say all or a lot.
Yeah,
Look at yourself before you criticize the VA.
absolutely.
I mean, what are you looking for? What are you expecting from
Yeah.
them? What are you going to do to help yourself get that?
But that's their house.
Yeah,
You're inviting yourself into the house.
into their house.
So
yeah.
why would you disrespect them? You know,
I agree. The VA changed my life immensely.
change mine.
Absolutely, yeah,
I mean, look at me.
yeah,
I got my own place to live.
yeah.
I pay my rent. I eat every night. I watch TV. I have a social life.
You got a really big TV, by the way.
85 inch.
That's the first thing I noticed when I went over to your apartment.
Yeah,
That's a big TV.
85 inch.
Good for you.
Yeah, listen, I came from the projects. I didn't have shit.
That's right. That's right.
I bought my first watch at 17 in the military.
Because you had a paycheck.
Yeah, I didn't have a fucking watch until I was 17.
Yeah.
The military, I was able to buy. The military was a good family for me. The structure was there. Even today, I respect all officers. I don't give a shit. I respect them. You know, I respect them. But
So you also you go to prisons too, right? Jails.
I go to prison. I did a lot in Nassau County. I did them. I've done them in a couple of churches. I'm trying to get into.
And this is looking for veterans, looking to help veterans.
Yeah, because they don't really know. Look, when you go to jail, first you're segregated from society. Now, when you get out, nobody likes you. So where are you going to go? Same environment you were in before. So if I can get them, listen, you get out, you come here. They're building a big complex. I don't know where yet. I heard in Florida for vets, homeless vets.
Mm.
So if you can make that transition from prison to a place to lay your head, you may go to work. You may try to go to work again.
When you were homeless, I'm sure you met a lot of
I met lawyers.
ex-inmates.
I met lawyers. I met doctors. I met homeless. No, homeless don't discriminate.
Right.
It takes white, black, Chinese, Jewish, Catholic, Muslims, whatever you are, you're welcome to come to the homeless facility. They take you all.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah. That means they were all out there homeless.
Oh, yeah. You're the victim. People become victims of the society where they can't adjust to people. They bullshit people too much. People don't want to be bothered with them, and then they need to go outside. You know, they need help. Veterans need help. Listen, when you're a veteran and you go down and get inducted, you stick your fingers up. You take an oath. You just took a license to kill or be killed. If you're fortunate enough not to go to war, that doesn't make you a better man. No, you got the license, though. Your license to kill or be killed. Nobody's better than anybody else. We're all equal. If you're fortunate if you don't have to go to war. What don't make a hero? Like, I hear all these stories about heroes. Well, I was here. No fucking hero. The heroes are dead. They're in Vietnam. They sacrificed the ultimate for you, for me. They're the heroes. The real heroes in Vietnam are dead. We all got paid to do a job. They served and got paid, but they paid the ultimate price, their life. That's a hero to me. That's a hero.
Yeah. And you've had since you recovered and you got yourself kind of back into society at what, 52? You bounced back?
I got around 50.
Around 50
50
was the bounce back?
I can't remember exact ages, but
Right.
between 50 to 52, I started transitioning. 95. So I was 50 years old in 95. Yeah, okay. 50 years old.
And you were like, enough was enough. I have to get my shit together.
I went to see Steve Grossman
Right.
in the VA.
Okay.
I was with him from 95 to 2012.
And that was the road to...
Oh, yeah.
As you say, that right there started your, what you call, road to redemption.
Redemption, yeah. I'm unfortunately, my wife is dead. My daughter's, my one daughter tolerates me. The other one don't speak to me now. But I don't blame them. I left at 13 years old, they were, and 10. I don't blame them. I blame myself. And I told the one, and she said, she's 60 years old now. We finally made some kind of reconciliation, whatever it is, whatever it could be. It is. That's it. So it's never too late. You can always. All right. My saying in life that I tell people, life is like chalk on a blackboard. You can erase that chalk anytime and put new life on it. Just write it on. New life, new chalk.
I like that.
Yeah. It's true. It's like...
Makes sense.
It's like chalk on a blackboard. Erase it off and put new chalk. Do what you want to do.
Yeah. So that started your road to redemption, and
I'm still on it.
And you're still on it.
Oh, absolutely.
You're still on it. So
absolutely.
And you've helped
80. I count them. 80.
80 veterans.
40 in New York, and just finished with 40 now here.
And you've gone out to the streets and found these veterans, and
I found them in woods. I found them at Publix. I found them. I found one in my elevator. I found them all over the place.
Everywhere, yeah.
I look for them. Yeah. They're out there.
And you've gone to prisons and talked to veterans, and jails and talked to veterans,
yeah.
So the yellow envelope there.
Okay.
Let me take a look at that.
Yeah, you read it. It's better for you to read than me, because I only got one hand. So.
Well, before I read it, you got to the Pompano Vet Center how?
When I joined, when I came here 2012, I joined the Broward Health, the hospital. So they said to me, they looked in my records, oh, you got problems with post-traumatic stress disorder. I said, yeah. They said, okay, we want to send you someplace maybe you would feel comfortable talking with them. That's okay. So they sent me to the vet center, and that's when I tried to join, but I joined 5 months later because I broke my pelvis. And I've been there ever since,
And Trudy is your everything.
Oh, yeah. She's without her,
Yeah.
I mean, I gave up. I said, no, I don't want to. She said, you got more. I said, no, how much more do I got? I got one leg, one arm. And the one leg, my stroke side is the side that broke. So how am I going to rehabilitate that? How? And she, no, you worry about it. So that was it.
Don't you worry about it. That's what she said.
Yeah, she had more faith.
It was easy for her to say at the time, but look where you are today, right? She knew it.
Yeah,
she knew it.
She was more. She actually had more faith in me than I had. You know, I said, "Am I weak?" You know, maybe I was weak at that point. I don't. I just look. The mind is a funny thing. The mind has switches, a knockoff switch, so you don't go crazy. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've been recognized by more than a few I know politicians and the Department of I guess at the time the Department of Defense, right?
Yeah.
And you showed me in there you have your medals and your ribbons that but you're not a guy.
I didn't bring these to boast.
Exactly. I was just going to say that.
No, I didn't.
No.
Because I want you to know you're talking the real deal.
Oh, Bob, I knew you the real deal the first day we met, my friend.
I don't bullshit people.
Oh, I kind of knew that. Yeah. And that's exactly what I was going to say. You're not braggadocious. You're not like, hey, look at me. This is what I got.
I'm going to tell you, Scott. I love myself now.
Yes.
I do.
As you should.
Yeah, I look in the mirror at night, comb my hair, shave in the morning, and I say to myself, you're going to do something else good today.
So, and this morning we learned how you've changed. And so this is the situation. I told Bob the other day I would call him at 10 o'clock in the morning and I would pick him up at 11. And so
10:08 the time was when I called you.
And so at 10:08 there's a phone call, but I was on another phone call and he left a message and he's like, hey, you said you were going to call me at 10. And I was like, oh, okay, and I call him back, and this is what you said to me. When I was younger, I could give a shit if I was on time. But in my older days and now today, I am very prompt.
I'm punctual today.
I'm very punctual. And so I said, well, my friend, I will be there at 11 o'clock. Yeah. And what time did I knock on your door?
10:59.
I was not going to be late that time.
Yeah, 10:59. No, because I learned a lot of shit in the tail end of my life. Goes pretty quick, man. It goes real quick. So you gotta make your moves, and procrastination is probably the worst human factor that we carry. I would say, the worst human character that we carry is procrastination. That's my opinion. Because everybody's wife do today what you can put off till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So in this envelope that I saw this earlier, but I want to make sure that we get this. So put this over here.
No last name.
Of course not. So this was presented to you by who?
The Vet Center, Michael. He's the representative for the Vet Center.
For the Pompano Beach Vet Center.
Yeah. He is, gratuitous is man in the front desk.
Okay.
He designed this for me.
So here it is, and it's titled, "Some lives are lived quietly, others roar through history with the force of 1,000 battles." And I'm going to read this. At just 17 years old in 1962, Robert stepped into the military, into a world of discipline, danger, and duty. He didn't just serve. He fought hand to hand. He faced the raw edge of combat, the kind that leaves marks not just on the body, but deep in the soul. He carried the invisible weight of post-traumatic stress, a burden few understood at the time. And when life unraveled, when he lost his family and spent 18 years homeless, he didn't break. He endured. He survived. He adapted. And then he did something even harder. He re-entered civilian life, rebuilt from nothing, and found purpose again. But Robert wasn't done serving. When the towers fell on September 11th, 2001, he was there retrieving bodies from the wreckage. A scared, harrowing task. A sacred, harrowing task. One that demanded strength, reverence, and unimaginable emotional resilience. Then came the strokes, the wheelchair, the second stroke, and now the looming shadow of possible cancer. But Robert, he adjusted again. He readjusted to civilian life a second time, this time with a body that no longer moved the way it once did, but with a spirit that refused to be confined. What Robert represents: resilience that defies logic, service that transcends duty, strength that outlasts suffering, honor that no metal could ever fully capture. Robert is not just a veteran. He's a living monument to what it means to fight, fall, rise, and keep rising. To Robert, your story is not just inspiring, it's humbling. You faced more than most could imagine, and you've done it with grit, grace, and a warrior's heart. You are proof that the human spirit can be bent, battered, and bruised, but never broken. You are a hero. You are a legend. You are Robert. That about says it all.
Yeah. Well, all the legend can do now is just help other people, because hey, I was no nice guy in my life, you know. But whatever it is, I'm on a redemption trail. That's all I could do.
Yeah. He called you a hero.
Yeah.
I think hero to you and hero to other people are different. I think that goes for a lot of veterans. I think you are a hero. From what you started from, what you went through, and where you are right now at this moment behind that microphone, that's a hero story. You're doing God's work. You're doing great work for the veteran community. You're doing great work for the Pompano Beach Vet Center. You represent them amazingly. And you're not done yet.
And they to the fat lady sings. When the fat lady sings, it's all over.
And it's to me, it's an honor to be your friend, because we're friends now, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, when we first talked, you know, I have a lot of people that say they do this, they do that. They don't do shit. But the way you talk when I first met you, I said to myself, I'm impressed. I'm not impressed by a lot of people. Listen, let's face facts. Okay? This is my theory on life. Respect everybody. Be nice to everybody. But watch the devil inside. Because they have two personalities. You know, watch the devil inside.
Yeah.
People have it.
Oh, yeah.
All people have it. Just try to keep it in check. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. And when we first met, that was, you were kind of, you're in the group, and this is how this kind of went down. I was talking to this group that Trudy invited me to come and talk to you guys, and I was like, this is a tough room. Like I sat in that room, and I'm like, there's what, 13 of you, 14 of you.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I go, all right, this is going to be a tough room, right? And just started talking and started interacting, and you just stopped everything. Like you were sitting off in the corner, and I didn't know anybody from anybody in that room, but you stopped everything.
Yeah, I don't care. That's how I am. I'm a straight shooter. I talk about. I'm 80 years old.
Yeah.
Listen, everybody in this world is an actor. We look good, but certain people, like in Hollywood, they get paid to act. But we're all actors. I'm gonna dress nice and look clean. You know, it's you came across as a sincere person, and I said to this man, I said, you know, I'm very impressed by you, and people don't impress me. I'm just right out of the. I just said it. It don't matter to me. I'm on the board of that. That
Vet Center. Yeah.
I'm on the board of that.
And that was a very humbling moment. Since I started working with veterans, as you know this, and we've never talked about what I'm about to say, but I can guarantee you we're walking the same path like a lot of us do. When you start working with veterans and you start helping veterans and you start seeing your work kind of pay off.
Oh yeah,
it's very humbling.
The best.
It is. I mean, there is nothing that I've ever been through in my life that humbled me, and still does, and will continue. Because, like you, Bob, I'm going to do this to the day I die.
I got one more case, quick case.
Absolutely, take your time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had a guy at Publix. I told you.
Yeah.
I didn't finish, and I put him in the motel.
The motel. Yeah.
Yeah. I only had $20 on me. The guy said, "No, I got to get 60 for do me a favor, right?" So he took the 20. He put him in the utility room, air conditioned. I said, "Take a bath, get yourself clean. Tomorrow, get you in there." So I go there next day. He's not there. So I go to the guy. Where'd he go? No, he cleaned up and he left. So you knew right away where he went. I told you. And, I asked you, where do you think he went? And he went back to Publix. Now he's sitting on the curb. I said, listen, you got any family? He said, I got a family in Chicago. They don't love me. They hate me and all kinds of shit. He was a drinker, drugs. But I said, listen, people still love me somewhere. So anyway, I take him. I call my friend up, and we drive him on the phone. I get on the phone, first of all, to his sister. He gives me the phone number. I said, no, I'm not sending him the money. He's going to drink it up and dope it up. I said, listen, if I send him to Chicago, will you take him off the bus and put him in a rehab so he can live some kind of life? Oh, if you do that, I'll take him in, because she thought I was bullshitting. All right, it's $20 there. So now I go to Miami. I go to the bus driver. I said, listen, I got to get this guy to Chicago. So they said one-way tickets, $58. Now it takes 20 hours and 6 more. So I said, holy shit, guy's going to be on that bus a long time. But all right, so I give him $58, right? So now I sent this guy. I put $78 in this guy, right? The whole deal was $78. He calls me 2 days later from the sister's house. She crying on the phone. The brother-in-law was crying. The nephews, and they were all hugging. He calls me once a week. He's in a rehab and everything. He's doing good. And he calls me once a week. But for $78, I changed this guy's life. I mean, you could go to the casino and blow it in 5 minutes. Or
Absolutely.
Or go out drinking. Or whatever you want to do. But here's a guy for 70. Now, it got to cost the VA more than $78 to get this guy. How many people he's got to talk to? never get straight.
Yeah.
I straightened it up $78.
Yeah. That's Bob. You are an absolute inspiration, my friend.
But I know these are people, my family. They're like,
You have a connection to them. You understand them. That's the bottom line.
because I was there.
You were there.
I was
Exactly.
there. Nobody cared about me,
No.
but
They're walking in your shoes.
they're walking in my shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I go,
And you walk backwards so you can see them behind you.
Yeah,
You don't
right.
walk forward.
yeah,
You see them. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't see them. They see them, but they don't see them. If you know what I mean. You see the person standing on the median holding up the sign that says I'm hungry, but do you really see them?
no, you don't.
A lot of people don't. And I'm not judging by any means, but certain people see them and you see them.
See, you're a human being. I'm a human being. You have 2 eyes. I have 2 eyes. What you see is here.
Yeah.
Behind them eyeballs, you don't know what's going on.
Right.
Nobody knows what's going on but behind people's eyeballs. Nobody knows what they're thinking.
Yeah.
You got to take intuition, and then you got to ask the right questions. Like the most loosely word is friend. I have I'm 80. I say 5 friends. I got
True
5
friends. Yeah.
I got 500,000 friendly acquaintances.
You're right. No, you're right.
Friendly acquaintances,
You're right.
but 5 friends that I got.
Yeah.
You know,
I know exactly what you mean.
I know you do. I know you do.
Well, my friend, because we are friends now.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm officially stating that on the air, so it's on record now,
good,
Bob.
Good. And if you ever need me again to talk,
Yeah.
but the main thing is all you guys, the ones that really, life goes quick. I mean, real quick, man. So you're going to, the Vietnam vet already is in 80, 75, 80. You young guys between 30 to 50, look, I respect you guys more than you think because you guys got us recognized. The Iraqi vet, the Persian vet, the Afghanistan vet, they're the ones that got the Vietnam vet recognized. They thank you now for your service because of these guys. These guys do 2 or 3 tours. I mean, I can't even imagine. I did a tour. I did an extra half a tour because I spoke Vietnamese fluently. All the broads I was banging. So I learned how to speak it. But they kept me 6 months longer for that. But you guys got my...
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are really true soldiers.
Yeah.
The soldier warrior. And I shouldn't say this because a lot of, in special forces, they never took married men. Years ago, I'm talking about. They never took any man that was a U.S., which was a draftee. You had to be drafted. They didn't want RA, regular army, So it's all I was exposed to was regular army. I never had it. But draftees didn't want to be there. Not that I'm belittling them, But they didn't want to be there. I don't blame them. You got a married wife, you got kids, But the military today is people that want to be there and not pushed into going there. These are real Army. These are you people are real Army vets. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
And
you're right.
And I think I'm well qualified to say that.
Oh, I think so. I think your credentials speak for themselves, my friend.
Yeah.
So, well, Bob, thank you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate.
I appreciate what you did for me. What you did for me was give me a cleansing.
I'm glad I could do that for you,
Yeah,
my friend.
you cleanse my mind, my soul, my heart. Yeah, it, everybody has to be cleansed.
Yeah.
You got to keep it clean,
Yeah.
and it's a machine. Got to oil the machine, keep it clean.
Yeah.
And these guys, I mean, I even told Trudy, I said we need more younger vets because the guys we got in our group are 75, 80,
Yeah.
like me. We're all complacent in what we have now. But these guys, the 20 to 40 to 35, you're still not that you're immature, but you still got a lot of groundwork to cover, and the groundwork should be covered comfortably and not aggressively and not hurt and not injure yourself. It should be a smooth transition. You know, what I know when you see combat, there's no such thing, and all kinds of medications don't mean shit, and all that. Well, they get a smooth transition. That's horseshit. I know that, but if you meet people that care about you and like Scott, you meet people like this, you will go through life. You will go through life. I'm not gonna say you're not gonna ups and downs, but you're gonna go through life a little more comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, comfortable.
Yes. And I'm walking in your shoes, my friend.
Yep.
There you go.
I want you to.
And I am, and I will. I will continue to.
I believe you. I believe you will.
Yeah.
Because this is great for people.
Yeah.
You know, it's a venting system. I told you that I wish that would make a program like you have here, 6 hours a day, for 24 hours, 6 shifts.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
4 shifts.
4 hours, 6 shifts, 4 hours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and keep it a 24 hour, because people need they have these hotlines to
Yeah.
call 988 or
988. Yeah.
yeah, and but a lot of times people don't want to hear that because the line's recorded. But if they talk to a live person, like
Yeah.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I'm a suicide survivor, not a suicide trier. Difference. By all rights, I should be dead. Okay? And
But you weren't meant to be.
I wasn't. I told
That
you.
wasn't meant to be. They slammed the door on you.
They slammed it. It wasn't.
Thank you, God.
I remember, and I seen a priest after that,
Yeah.
and he said, "No, you wasn't ready. If it went nice and easy, that means your time is coming. But we slammed it hard.
Yeah.
So
And here we are.
yeah, here we are.
All right. Well, I'm going to do my my outro, and I'll be right with you in a second.
Okay.
Well, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. If you like this, share it. I think Bob's story is amazing. I think more people need to hear it. Please share it. If I've ever asked you to share an episode, it's this one. It is a story of it covers it all. It covers it all. It's resilience and redemption. You know, and I think there's a lot of us out there that understand that. So if you like this, share it. If you didn't like it, well, thanks for listening to us for an hour and 6 minutes, right, Bob? But I think I have a funny feeling people like it.
But always remember, chalk on a blackboard.
That's right.
Take that chalk off anytime you want and rewrite new chalk. It'll help you. You'll survive. You'll survive. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. Remember that.
And I'm going to end it on that. I'll see you next week.